This game at Erickson Field. North Carolina State senior Jamie Barnett looking for his first career win against the Heels. Barnett and his team, 4th and goal, down 10-6, under pressure. Gets loose, fires into the end zone, incomplete, but wait, we have got a flag, UNC offsides. So Dominique Williams hoping the D can stave off one more time. Barnett this time fakes the handoff, looking over the middle. Arrowhead is there, but he's dragged down just shy of the goal line. What a tremendous tackle. Mike O'Kane and NC State inches away from a win. Meanwhile, Dominique getting jiggy with it. His first start as a quarterback leads UNC.
Is resuming at Fayetteville. You got Razorbacks coming off a bad loss to Ole Miss, but 4-0 at home going in. Gets Phil Fulmer here. Second quarter, T. Martin racing in, 20 yards out, 17-14 Vols, but it'll be a very tight game. Third quarter, Volunteers up now by 10, 24-14. Clint Sterner, 18 for 28 in the air, 228 yards, hitting Boo Williams here, 53 yards out. Razorbacks cut it to a 3-point game, 24-21. Fourth quarter now, less than 4 minutes to go. Sterner, great protection, going for Anthony Lucas.
Yeah, Anthony Lucas, the man who's killed Tennessee over the years, came in, got 6 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
28-24 Razorbacks. 4th and 2 for Tennessee. They need this one. Dante Stallworth from Team Martin. He had 7 catches. That's Stallworth. So Tennessee's still alive. Later, though, another 4th down. 4th and 6. Team Martin back looking for Cedric Wilson. Into the end zone, no. And that'll do it. The bid to bring him back coming up short. Let's flash back now to that game we were talking about with less than 2 minutes to go. Sterner fumbling away the win. Tennessee got it back and rolled right through. So now in this one, up 28-24, looking to stop the clock. Radon Thompson, Butkus Award finalist, trying to time it at that point. Maybe shake up Sterner. It didn't work. He got tossed out. Sterner was able to get through this and then take the knee and hold on to the football. Houston Nutt said, you know, he lived with last year's game for a year. He never backed down from accepting the blame. This victory has to be very sweet for him, and Clint Sterner gets the team that lost 4 defensive starters in the win over LSU just last week. A banged-up team. Wayne Madkin rolling out from Mississippi State. Got it to Rob Gibson. 7-3. Mississippi State up on top. Alabama driving, though. Andrews out. A Sean Alexander. 37-yard gain. Alexander, he carried the football 24 times, only 54 yards, but caught some as well. And Sean Alexander here, proving his worth again. Plunging through, got to the end zone. He smelled it. 10-7 Alabama. Fourth quarter. Look at this. 3 receivers out there. Andrews out, takes his pick, and this works.
Very confusing for a corner. You can't figure out which guy you're supposed to take. Nobody lines up in front of you, and you see it works right there. Mississippi State confused by that arrangement.
That's called trickeration.
He sees defensive backs getting confused. He doesn't like it. 19-7 is the final. Freddie Millens, 132 total yards in this one. Alabama can win the SEC West by beating Auburn. Go to Georgia. Instead, he went to Auburn. And here, making it all happen, concussed only 2 weeks ago. He's back. Ronnie Daniels, 59 yards, 21-0 Tigers. That's a word. Auburn go to the air again in the second. Leard again. Does he make that much of a difference?
I was going to ask you that. How getting this guy back makes it a 31-point thing for them.
28-0 Auburn taking this one. And Ben Leard setting a new school passing record, 416 yards in the air. I'll throw that down. Ronnie Daniels. So Ben Leard, he wanted to play between the hedges, and man, he made them get that 99 yards against Iowa, team that allows 220 per game. What do you think? First quarter, Wisconsin up 7-zip. Rondane getting a couple there. That's 1 yard in anyway. 13-0 Wisconsin. Team going for the Rose Bowl. 23 yards to go. Rondane in style. Typical Rondane. Blasting through. 31 yards, gets the record as we thought he would.
Yeah, just like when he was a freshman, ran it this way, shifty, and then finishing the run with power and leaning forward.
He played all year like that, Rod. He had a great day today. How about this? Wisconsin, 420 yards rushing against the worst defense in the Big Ten.
Big day for Wisconsin at home, winning 41-30. Now things have changed. Kurt Kittner, 17 for 31, 221 yards in the air, and this is going to help. Brandon Lloyd, beautiful grab. Illinois up early and then scoring often. Beating up on the Buckeyes, 46-20. Most points Illinois has scored on Ohio State since 1904. It was 46-0, and the most points allowed at home for Ohio State since 1946. With a win, but Nebraska can take the title if they can beat K-State and then Colorado. First quarter, no score. 1st and 10 Nebraska on K-State's 30-yard line. Eric Crouch keeping this one. Good block. He's busting through 30 yards for the touchdown here. 7-0 Cornhuskers, and Crouch career high 124 yards rushing in this game. Actually 158 yards rushing in this one. Frankie London, meantime, on the two-point conversion, up and over the top. It's 34-15, and Adam Helm crushed on this one. Eric Johnson picks the ball up. Cornhuskers, black shirts, 41-15. Are we surprised by this, gentlemen?
Absolutely not. Nebraska was in control from the
Heisman today, but Joe Hamilton hasn't done anything to take himself out. Get to that in a minute. First, Brandon Streeter nailed there. Tommy Bowden looking on, lost his quarterback. Brandon Streeter knocked out by Ricardo Winbush, left the game with a dislocated hip. Joe Hamilton completing 10 for his first 11. This to Kelly Campbell, aired it out, touchdown, 42-yarder, 21-0 Georgia Tech. Again, 21-0 Georgia Tech. But Woodrow Dantzler coming in for Brandon Streeter. He rumbles through 22 yards. Clemson tying it up at the half, 28-28. Again, it was 21-0 Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech up here. Joe Hamilton finishing things off. Becomes the all-time ACC leader in touchdown passes with 60. NFL beat writers looking forward to seeing this guy coming in. Walter Payton's son Jarrett there wearing number 34 to honor his late father. To the game itself, second quarter, it's 10-7. Kenny Kelly's pass is picked off by Anthony Midget. 3 interceptions for Midget. On the ensuing drive, Chiron Stith running this through. They weren't running well until Stith got this ball.
Yeah, Stith stepped in and really got some fine blocking up front. Miami very aggressive on defense. They couldn't handle him right there.
Fourth quarter now, 20-10 Hokies leading. Ricky Hall starts up. And watch this. Look, a little yellow line out there for first down. Because he's going to get that jump. Doesn't need that. Running through and running off. Hall busting through. Back the other way. A couple of guys have an angle on him, but he's got some friends to help him out. And he's going all the way in. Untouched, 27-10 at that point. And just seconds later, Clinton Portis with the handoff. Fumble, Ike Charlton, and it's quarterback time.
Oh, we talked about these corners having to play big against Moss today, and they did. They were opportunistic. Between the two of them, 6 takeaways from the Miami offense.
The last 3 years. With that in mind, go to Rutgers Stadium. Last time they met, Syracuse beat them 70-14, but not here. Jackie Crooks, the handoff, ties it up for Rutgers, 21-21. They're going to overtime. Syracuse, first possession in OT. Nate Trout up for the field goal. No, hooked it. Rutgers has a chance to beat Syracuse. They get their possession. Their regular kicker was suspended prior to the game. Lee McDonald is a backup, and he nails it. Rutgers wins, 29-point underdog. Rutgers beats Syracuse. Rod, you were saying, how does Rutgers beat Syracuse?
I was trying to figure that one out. How does it happen?
And Notre Dame trailing, but with the ball, Jarius Jackson flips it to David Givens. Givens to Bobby Brown. Trickeration, touchdown, 17-17. Irish needing trickeration against Pittsburgh. In the third, it's 20-17. Panthers lead. John Turman to Antonio Bryan. 25 yards for the touchdown. Panthers lead. Panthers win. Panthers, yes, indeed, taking down the goalposts. Walt Harris given the wild ride. 37-27 the final. Pittsburgh over the Irish. It's record. Huskies can clinch the Pac-10 title with a win and a Stanford loss to ASU. That's what they're thinking going in. Here's overtime. Picked off. Marcus Tuiasosopo picked off by Joey Strikula. Bruins in business. Sets up this. Chris Griffith, 22 yards away for the win. UCLA takes it 23-20. Surprise, surprise.
Quite a surprise. Now this kind of a loss for Washington when they were in.
Last game in Happy Valley after 32 years. Second quarter, Michigan up 10-zip. Bruce Branch fields the punt at his own 21. Cuts toward the left sideline, and he is gone, getting some blocking help. He's in for the score. Nittany Lions down 10-7 after the 79-yard punt return. Third quarter, Michigan up 17-10. Kevin Thompson looking deep. Eddie Drummond makes the nice sliding catch back of the end zone. Penn State ties it at 17. Fourth quarter, Penn State up 20-17. Tom Brady, the pass. Picked off by Bao Zhu. Zhu runs it all the way back, makes the nice move. Nobody can catch him. 46-yard score. Penn State up 10, 27-17. Michigan battling back. 3:35 left. Penn State 5. Brady says, yeah, I'll keep this one myself. Reaches in for the score. Michigan down now by 3 after a Penn State 3-and-out. Diallo Johnson fields the punt. Up the middle. All the way to the Penn State 35. So less than 2 minutes to go. Brady for Marcus Knight, corner of the end zone. Wolverines take the lead, 31-27. Penn State 4th and 2 from their own 46. Thompson looking for Drummond. That's 19 yards over the middle. That keeps the drive alive. 2 plays later, Thompson once again looking to pass, but he's stripped by Ian Gold. Wolverines recover. Michigan pulls off the upset at Happy Valley 31-27. Michigan's third straight win over Penn State.
Chris Weinke looking for Warwick, who was open all day. The 6-yarder here. His 30th career touchdown reception, breaking E.G. Green's school record. Weinke threw for 6 scores in this one, looking for the wide open Warwick. You might want to cover that guy. 35-3 Florida State. On the play, Warwick broke Torrey Holt's ACC record for career receiving yards. And the Knowles Crews 49-10. With the 6 touchdown passes, Weinke ties Peter Tom Willis for the school record in one game. South Carolina, a day after his mom died, Lou Holtz trying to focus on Florida. Steve Spurrier went with Jesse Palmer instead of Doug Johnson. Palmer to Darrell Jackson. Florida up 10-zip. Palmer 15 of 33 for 161. Check this out. Right tackle Melvin Page with the chop block. Phil Perry connects with Brian Scott on the 17-yard touchdown, but it's called back. And Lou Holtz is livid. Brutal week in a tough season for Lou Holtz, who had to be restrained. Third quarter, still 10-3. Ernest Graham is earnest about getting into the end zone. Shrugs off the guy. The Gators go on to win 20-3. Florida threw for less yards than South Carolina, but still wins and clinches a spot in the SEC title game. The Gamecocks have lost 20 straight, the longest streak.
Evan Marshall, Western Michigan in a Big Mac showdown. Third quarter, Chad Pennington. James Williams, 19 yards. Score, 21-10 Marshall. More from Pennington. Pennington on the screen this time to Washington. Another 19-yard score. Pennington, 339 yards as Marshall wins. BYU at Wyoming, 17-10 Cowboys in the third. Jay Stoner looking for Kofi Shuck. 22 yards, corner of the end zone. It's good. Wyoming pulls off the upset. And Michigan State linebacker T.J. Turner returned a fumble for a touchdown, intercepted a pass to set up another.
And Georgia, first we'll start with Indiana and Minnesota. Billy Cockrum deep to Ron Johnson. Yeah, that'll work. We're tied at 7. Fourth quarter, Indiana down 7. Antoine Randall L. looking. And that's the wrong colored laundry. Jimmy Wyrick going to go 61 yards. Oh, boy. Minnesota goes on to win at 44-2.